No, no.
It's time I told you the story of Satan's pre-fall ritual. As the world above prepared for the harvest season, deep within the fiery abyss of hell, Satan began his preparations for the most sacred of rituals, the blood harvest. The blood harvest was a sacrificial ritual that contained blood of the dead bodies of the wicked and the wretched. The wicked were Satanists who were more than ready to give themselves to Satan. However, the wretched were not. They were simply your everyday normal person who happened to be extremely sad or unfortunate. Those who knew Satan well knew that he hungers for despair and misery and will do anything it takes to acquire their souls.
I'm crazy, all for the love of you.
Fall, as we all know it, is the season of harvest before winter comes. But for Satan, it was the time when the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead thinned, when fear was ripe in the hearts of mortals, and the shadows grew long and hungry. This was when Satan's influence was at its peak, when he could reach into the world above and remind humanity of their deepest fears. Satan was never alone during the blood harvest. He had the help of the most malevolent and malicious members of the Satanic Temple to help fetch his sacrifices, as well as a few of his best demons for the ones who decide to fight back. As the nights grew longer and the air took a crisp, biting chill, Satan began his preparations for the blood harvest deep within the fiery depths of hell. This was the season of sacrifice, when the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred, and the power of blood and fire was at an all-time high. He dispatched his demons to the world above, each carrying with them a cursed artifact, a blackened candle, a dagger forged in hellfire. A chalice that would hold the blood of 1,000 souls. These would be planted in the hands of the unwitting, those who sought power.
Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run.
Or knowledge in the dark arts, those who were willing to bargain with forces they did not understand. But before Satan himself would come to the world above, he would stand before a massive obsidian mirror in his chamber, its surface rippling with images of the world above. As people decorated their homes with symbols of death, skulls, spiders, and ghosts, unaware that these were not just mere ornaments. But an invitation for the darkness to come closer. The town he saw in that very mirror was an unsuspecting town of Columbus in New Jersey. Satan stepped through the portal that opened between hell and earth, emerging on a chilly, fog-laden night. The town lay before him, bathed in the soft glow of streetlights and the scent of wood smoke. It was the perfect place to begin the blood harvest. As he walked through the town, his presence was felt only as a cold shiver that crept up the spines of those that were near. He would reside in a nearby forest, where all that was green and alive. Would be drained of its color and die as he walked by. All of his sacrifices would be taken to this forest, their blood sinking into the forest floor, as all the roots would absorb it, withering the land. With the blood harvest being concluded on the first day of fall, the final sacrifice's body must be taken to a place where Satan, his cultists, and demonic monstrosities could finish the final sacrificial ritual, where all hell would break loose. Bloodshed Farms happened to be that perfect place. He figured with the abundance of people that came through every year, he and his followers would be able to terrorize and feast on the blood and flesh of the innocent in plain sight. They knew they wouldn't be questioned since they would all fit in perfectly. As the last sacrifice was made, the power of the blood ritual surged through hell, a dark tide of energy that revitalized its ruler and his followers. The flames roared, the ground shook, and for a moment, the barrier between hell and earth was thin enough that all his minions could step through. But they did not. There was still time for that. Instead, Satan sat on his throne in his new dominion, waiting for the haunt season to start. The sacrifices had been made, the ritual complete. The chosen ones were gone, their disappearances blamed on misfortune. But the truth was far darker. From that moment, the town would never be the same. Strange things began to happen. Footsteps in empty hallways, voices calling from nowhere, and shadows that didn't belong. The townspeople whispered of hauntings, of curses, but no one knew that Satan himself had orchestrated it all. As the nights grew longer and the days colder, the town became a place of whispered fears, silent screams, and never-ending nightmares. If you haven't realized by now, Satan is the main reason and cause for the houses October built. So when you drive through Bloodshed Farms this year, just know the devil is upon us. Good night, and good luck. I'll be seeing you soon.
So I wanted to sit you down and interview you since I saw that you worked for Bloodshed Farms. There's been a lot of controversy in this town about all the bad happenings lately. A lot of people, especially religious, think it may be the work of Satan and not just a coincidence. What are your thoughts on this Satan situation?
Blood, challenge of the stuff. I gave you all that you can drink, and it has never been enough. I gave you blood. I'm the kind of human wreck that you love.